section we will be discussing about the receiver, radar receiver and the noise figure of the radar receiver. Now we know that in the block diagram also we have seen that we are going to take the output from the receiver part, that is if we are having a super heterodyne receiver we are going to process it in a processor like a delay line canceller, and then we are going to suitably display it where we will be able, as an operator we will be able to understand the information from the echo signal. Now, as such, the radar receiver, it is not only going to depend upon the type of waveform which is detected, that is either the clockwise or the pulse, but will also depend upon the clutter signals, on what type of noisy environment it is operating. For example, in A scope, we have identified the amplitude variations, okay, between the stationary object and the moving object in case of MTI radar. So all this will depend upon the design of a radar receiver. Okay, so as such a function of the radar receiver, it is to detect the desired echo signal in presence of these noise, interference, clutter, etc. And it must separate the unwanted signal from the wanted signal, and we have to display the information in a suitable display system. So the design will depend not only upon the type of waveform but also on the nature of noise, clutter, echoes, etc. Okay, so when we are considering about a receiver, we always have a super heterodyne receiver where we'll be placing a IF amplifier. This IF amplifier frequency response is very important. That is, we have already seen in the case of say pulse radar or CW radar, we have seen that IF amplifier plays a very important role, and the frequency response function should be suitably chosen. That is, a low frequency cutoff and upper frequency cutoff should be taken care, and also this IF amplifier is actually working like a matched filter which is going to maximize the signal to noise ratio. Now the radar receiver, it is always super heterodyne in nature. Okay, converting the RF input signal to a IF signal to achieve the desired bandwidth gain and stability, and the front end will be always a low noise amplifier. Now coming to an important term, noise figure. What is a noise figure of the receiver? So usually it is described as a measure of noise produced by a practical receiver to the noise of an ideal receiver. So usually in ideal receiver there will be only the presence of thermal noise. Okay, so other types of noises and disturbances will be practically available in the receiver. So the noise figure, it can be expressed as Fn is equal to say Sn by Nin divided by S out by N out. So S out by Sn, okay, that is a signal strength output to input. We can define it as a gain, which is again replaced by G. So S out by Sn we have replaced by G. So we can write this equation as N out by Kt naught Bng. Okay, where N in we have given as equal to, that is a noise, available noise input power at the receiver, which is equal to Kt naught of Bn, where K is the Boltzmann constant whose value is given, T naught is a standard temperature of 290 Kelvin, and Bn is the noise bandwidth. Okay, so in general we can write the noise figure of a linear network as such: Sn by Nin divided by S out by N out. Now when we have written the expression for the noise figure Fn, what did we get? N out divided by Kt naught of Bng. So how can we view it? We can say that the noise figure will be the ratio of the noise power which is available at the output of the receiver to the noise which was existing. Say if only a thermal noise is present. Okay, so if we are considering again additional noise, say delta N is being produced by the practical network, how can we modify the equation of 1? That is, Fn can be Kt naught Bng plus delta N. This delta N is the additional noise. This is the noise produced by practical network, and the denominator is merely the noise which is existing in the ideal receiver. That is, we consider only say thermal noise. Okay, so here delta N additional noise, then we get the modified second equation 1 plus delta N by Kt naught of Bng. Now usually the noise figure Fn is expressed in decibel, that is 10 log of Fn. and these two terms are synonymous. We can use noise factor also instead of noise figure. Now we have considered the noise figure for a single network. If we are considering for networks in cascade, for example, we have considered here two networks in cascade. It is having different gain G1, G2. So the overall gain will be G1 into G2, multiplication of the gain. And here the noise bandwidth is different, but here then the noise figure, that is F1 and F2, is different factor. So what will be the expression for the overall noise N naught from coming from this cascade network? It will be what? The noise, additional noise which is introduced by the second network, and the noise which is coming out from the network 1 at the network 2. Okay, noise produced by the network 1 at the network 2, and the additional noise introduced by the network 2 will be the overall noise. So here we can consider the output noise, okay, of the two circuits in cascade. What it will be? F naught G1 G2, that is we have multiplied the gain. So overall noise figure is F naught G1 G2 KT naught of Bn. Bn is the same. Okay, so the first expression, okay, noise from network 1 which is coming at the output of network 2. So if you are considering the first equation which we have considered, how can we modify this equation? Okay, so the noise from the network 1 at the output of network 2, that is N out. It can be now written as KT naught of Bn G1 G2, since we are multiplying the gains into F1. Okay, that is the first equation. We have got this from the first equation. Then what will be the additional noise delta N2 introduced by the network? That we will get from the second expression we have written. That is, if additional noise delta N is produced. Here what will be the delta N in this particular case? It will be F2 minus 1 into KT naught of Bn G2, because we are considering here the second network. So we consider F2 and G2 here. Okay, so when we are writing this equation, and finally when we are cancelling the similar terms in LHS and RHS, we get the expression, third equation, that is for the overall noise figure of the two cascaded network F naught as F1 plus F2 minus 1 divided by G1. Okay, this is our third equation. So if when we consider the expression, that is a third expression we obtain for the overall noise figure of say two networks in cascade, we can see that there is a denominator factor of the gain from the network 1, that is G1. So if the gain of the first network is very much large, then we can neglect the contribution of the second network, okay, to the overall noise figure. So this is very important in design of the multi-stage receiver. That is, it is not sufficient that only the first stage have a small noise figure. Succeeding stage also should be having what? Low noise figures. Okay, or otherwise we can say that the gain of the first stages, when we are designing a multi-stage receiver, it should be very much high. Then it will what? Overcome or swamp the effect of the noise of the succeeding stages. So here we have considered two network in cascade and written the expression. Similarly, if we are considering say n networks in cascade, this equation is going to continue in a similar fashion. That is, it becomes F1 plus F2 minus 1 by G1 plus F3 minus 1 by G1 G2, because networks in cascade the gain will get multiplied and so on up to Fn minus 1 by G1 G2 etc. Into Gn minus 1. Okay, so this continues if we are having say n networks in cascade. So coming to another term, that is the noise temperature. Okay, so we have to understand that there is two terms importantly associated with noise, that is the noise figure and the noise temperature. So when we are considering the ordinary noise, say produced by ideal receiver, we consider say only the thermal noise or another additional noise, okay, which may be introduced to the network, that we have considered it as delta n. Now this is a term which is associated with the noise temperature. Okay, so the effective noise temperature is the additional, that frictional temperature at the input, which would account for the noise delta n at the output. So delta n we can write for the other effective temperature, noise temperature which is occurring, that is KTE BNG. Okay, so from the second expression, now instead of delta n, we can replace by KTE So we get the expression the noise figure Fn is equal to 1 plus Te by T naught. Okay, so this is how we have modified now the noise figure Fn relating to our effective noise temperature Te. Or Te can be also written as Fn minus 1 into T naught now. Now, if we are considering the total system noise temperature, that is considering the effects of antenna temperature, TA also, that is TS if we are writing as a total of this value, that is TA, antenna temperature and TE. So, if TS is equal to TA plus TE, then we can also write it as Fs minus 1 into T naught. Okay, so Fs is the system noise figure which also includes the effect of antenna temperature. So if we are having say n networks in cascade, the effective noise temperature it can be written as T1 plus T2 by G1 plus T3 by G1, G2 etc. Okay, so if the gain, that is what we have to understand from this equation here, if the gain of the multi-stage receiver they are sufficiently high, then what happens? This noise which is getting added due to the temperature, it will go on become negligent. So we have to design in such a manner that the gain will swam with the effect of the noise of the succeeding stages. So the effective noise temperature and the noise figure both are going to describe the same characteristic of a network. In general, we use for the low noise devices, we use the term effective noise temperature, and for ordinary conventional receiver which is having many types of other clutter noises etc. we prefer the term noise figure. Okay, so for the radar we usually prefer the term noise figure. Now, usually at the super heterodyne receiver, we employ a low noise RF amplifier at the front end. But sometimes it was enough to use the mixer alone at the receiver input stage. Okay, so there are now a large number of RF amplifiers that can provide a suitable noise figure. So some types of the amplifier, low noise amplifier, which can be used as a low noise front end for a super heterodyne receiver is being mentioned here. That is, you can employ a transistor amplifier over the entire range of frequencies of interest to radar, silicon bipolar transistor. So they can be used at the lower radar frequency, that is low L band, and gallium arsenide FET. They can be preferred at the higher frequencies. Now the tunnel diode amplifier, it can be considered for using it as a low noise front end. It can provide the noise figure say over the ranges from 2 to 25 gigahertz. It can provide a noise figure of 4 to 7 dB. Also, traveling wave tube also has been considered to be used as a low noise front end amplifier. So you can use all these devices based upon the frequency ranges and noise figure. And there is a trade-off between the desired noise figure and the ability of the transistor to withstand the burnout. So while considering or the designing of the receiver, we have to consider the one important factor is the noise figure and the ability of the source to withstand the burnout. That is, if any reflection occurs from that of the transmitter side. And if a mixer is used as a receiver front end, the noise figure would be higher. Okay, so in some cases, heterodyne receivers, the mixer will be used as a front end. So now we will see about the mixer, the noise figure of a mixer and the types of mixers which is coming in microwave radar receivers. So in some cases, in case of radar super heterodyne receiver, first stage instead of a low noise RF amplifier, it will be directly a mixer. Now the mixer is actually going to increase the noise figure. So the mixer should be having certain desirable characteristics. That is, it should be mixing the local oscillator signal and the incoming signal. Now, an integral part of the mixer is its local oscillator, and as such, a mixer should be having all these desirable qualities. It should also introduce little additional noise, minimize the spurious responsible, and it should not be susceptible to burnout. So it should be capable, say, of only mixing the signals, and obviously what we want the output of the mixer is the subtraction. Okay, and then only we provide it to the IF amplifier. So the IF amplifier is also of importance in the mixer design because of its influence upon the noise figure. Now when we are speaking about the noise figure of mixer used as front end, we have to consider here two terms, that is conversion loss and noise temperature ratio. So it is this conversion loss LC and the noise temperature ratio which is going to determine about the noise figure of mixer. So how can we define the conversion loss of a mixer? What will be the conversion? That is, a mixer will be converting the RF signal to the IF, which is to be amplified by the IF amplifier. So conversion loss LC is defined as available RF power to the available IF power. Okay, so that is how we define conversion loss. And the next, that is the noise temperature ratio of the mixer. It will be defined as, now the noise temperature ratio for a mixer, that is TR, it will be defined as the actual available IF noise power to the available noise power from an equivalent resistance. Okay, so what will be the output noise, that is the actual available IF noise power? It will be generally what? FKT naught BNG. So here we have written FC and GC, that is it is a crystal mixer. Okay, that is why we have written this as FC KT naught BN GC divided by available noise power from an equivalent resistance, that is KT naught of BN. Okay, so that can be written as FC into GC, where instead of GC we can also write it as 1 by LC, where LC represents the conversion loss. So this is a gain of the crystal mixer whose reciprocal will be the loss of the mixer. So how can you now write the noise figure for a mixer? Noise figure FC is equal to TRLC. So for a mixer, the noise figure is given by TR into LC, where LC is the conversion loss. Okay, so if we are considering a overall super heterodyne receiver, it will depend not only upon the noise figure of the mixer, but also consider the noise figure of the IF stage. So if we are considering this type of cascading, say the noise figure of the first 10 mixers, we have already written TR into LC. There the gain is 1 by LC. Then the second network which is coming in cascade, we'll consider it as a IF amplifier whose noise figure says FIF. Okay, this is a noise figure of IF amplifier. So how can you write the overall noise figure, the receiver noise figure with a mixer front end? We have already seen this expression F1 plus F2 minus 1 by G1. Okay, so here F1 is the noise figure of the mixer, that is TRLC, plus F2 we have written as intermediate frequency amplifier noise figure, so that is FIF. So that is FIF minus 1 divided by this gain of the mixer GC. Okay, so that is nothing but LC. So we can write it as LC into TR plus FIF minus 1. So when we are considering the noise figure of a mixer, we have to understand about what is the conversion loss of the mixer, what is the temperature ratio for the mixer, and we have to also consider about the noise figure of the IF stage. And here the expression is written for the overall noise figure, both for the output at the mixer as well as from the IF amplifier. Now coming to the types of mixers, the mixer will convert the incoming radio frequency to the IF. Okay, so we are combining the RF echo signal, that is the signal which we get back, echo signal will be RF echo signal, and then we combine this local oscillator signal. The local oscillator is also integral part of the mixer. So what will be the output frequency of the mixer? It will be the, say, sum or difference of the input frequency, that is FRF plus or minus FLO. Okay, so what is the desired output frequency is the subtraction of the two frequencies, that is FRF minus FLO, whereas the other component it will be filtered out. Now there are two possible different frequency signals, that is FRF minus FLO and FLO minus FRF. Okay, so this is the case when FRF is lesser than FLO. So only one is our desired frequency and other is the image frequency. So this image frequency has to be rejected. by using a RF filter, or we have to employ a special type of mixer, that is an image reject mixer. Now we have a single engine mixer here, that is a diode is used as a mixer here, also called as an unbalanced or a crystal mixer. So here we are providing the local oscillator input via say a directional coupler, and the RF input and the local oscillator input is combined as a mixer forming the diode. Okay, so and at the output of the diode, the low pass filter, it will filter out, okay, the RF and the local oscillator signal. It will pass only the desired frequency, that is IF frequency, and later the unwanted image frequency can be short circuited or it can be open circuited. Okay, so here it can, this type of mixing, it is not that efficient because it will produce so many unwanted components. Okay, so diode being a nonlinear mixer, it can produce many products. So it is a nonlinear device. It produces several type of intermodulation products called as spurious responses. So combining this RF echo signal and this local oscillator signal, we may get many type of modulation products. Okay, so from that we have to select only the desired one. So we may actually require more and more filters. Okay, that is we have to employ say narrowband filters actually between the local oscillator and the mixer. And these type of noises, they are also appearing within the radar receiver bandwidth. Noise that accompanies the local oscillator signal in a single-ended mixer can appear at the IF frequency because of the nonlinear action of the mixer. Now this is another type of mixer. Here we are using the diode itself, but it is not a single diode. We are going for balanced mixer. We place two diodes as mixer, that is in parallel and 180-degree out of phase. So here we have considered the example for a magic T, and the local oscillator is placed in the H arm and the RF echo signal is placed in the E arm. Okay, so on one output of the diode, we get the sum of the RF and local oscillator, and at the other diode, we get the difference. Okay, so there are 4-port junctions. So this is an example where we have considered a magic T. Okay, so the diode mixers, it would be mounted at equal distances in each of the collinear arms. So the two diode mixers, they will be having identical characteristics and they are well matched. And the IF signal which is obtained in this case is subtracting the output of the two diode mixers. So the difference of the outputs of the two diode mixers will be the IF signal which we get in this particular case. Now another type is the image rejection mixer. In image rejection mixer, we divide the RF input into two and give it to the diode mixers. The local oscillator input is first given to a 90-degree hybrid junction, which causes a 90-degree phase shift between the two local oscillator signal which is applied to the diode mixers. So the output which we get at these diode mixer, it will be further subjected to a 90-degree hybrid junction, and at the output we take only the desired IF and the image frequency, it will be terminated. So the RF signal is split into two and fed into two individual mixers. The local oscillator signal is split into two using a 90-degree hybrid junction, and again a secondary hybrid junction which impart another 90-degree phase shift to separate the image frequency. And the port with the image frequency is match terminated. So these are some of the advantages and drawback of an image rejection mixer. So comparing with the other two types of simple mixer, these has got certain advantages. It does not produce many modulation products like the other, since we are providing sufficient phase shift. Also we are having good VSWR and high range, but it will provide say only 30 dB image rejection, which will not be suitable for some application. Also it will introduce a high noise figure. Okay, so these are certain types of mixers. So in this section we have discussed about the radar receiver. That is an important term, noise figure, which is associated with the radar receiver. Expression for the overall noise figure in cascade. Then what do you mean by the concept of noise temperature? Then about the mixers. Okay, so the noise figure of a mixer and some type of mixer.